Hello guys. Hello everybody. I wanted to jump on because I'm getting ready to have Easter dinner at my in-laws' house, and I want to do my makeup. I want to talk a little bit about finding colors, especially the older that you get, that harmonize best with your skin tone. You know, sometimes, first and foremost, I want to preface this by saying, y'all wear whatever colors you want, okay? I'm just going to say that. I just want to have a discussion, an open discussion about finding colors, makeup colors that truly harmonize with you and that make you look like the best you. So I had my colors done by Tressie Ann, simply Tressie Ann. You can find her here on Instagram. I had them done probably, I don't know, 30 plus years ago, and forgot, like I had them done. It was a complimentary color analysis, but when I had them done, I was like 16. So I didn't really care. And then once I started doing what I'm doing, I started to be more interested in what colors truly make me look like the best me. And you know, that's kind of my forte, is finding makeup that makes me look like the best me at 54. I'm not trying to look 30, okay? That's just me. I just want to look the best at 54. So when I have customers reaching out to me and they say, Kim, what colors do you recommend for blue eyes? I will absolutely give you some recommendations, but I want you to think about it a step further than that. What colors will look best with my blue eyes, but ultimately will harmonize with my entire skin tone, okay? Because I have blue eyes. If I go and I look up and I Google what are the best colors for blue eyes, most of the time they're warm colors. I don't know if this surprises you, but I have cooler undertones, okay? So that means that technically, if I want what colors are best going to harmonize with my skin tone, then I want to find cooler colors that will also complement my blue eyes. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do what, I'm going to go ahead and do my makeup, okay? I'm going to show you my palette, okay? So I have colors in here. These are my foundation colors. I have a bronzer and I have a contour color. And then I have a color corrector. These colors that you see here are lip and cheek colors. I have a few on this level as well. They're cooler toned. So I am truly what we refer to as a soft summer. All right, so the muted shades, not the really bright shades. And if you take my tan away, because I do look, maybe I'm actually more neutral, but if you take that away, I am cooler, okay? So that was really telling for me. So when I had my color analysis done, and I will gladly end up sending you that information as to where I got it done. She also is a Seint artist, and she just knows her stuff. But what she sent back to me was basically the colors that, and she puts my face in the middle of a graphic that has all the colors that I look best in. And I was like, whoa. And then she sent me like, these are the colors you should not be wearing. And again, my face around them, I'm like, ooh. And it was really amazing to me. I was just wearing colors that I thought I looked best in. So, I'm actually gonna unzip this a little bit. Whoo, it's hot in this room. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and do my makeup. We'll talk a little bit more about it. I've already done all of my skincare. I'm gonna start by just using an SPF BB cream to prime. This is, if you want the link to this, just comment BB cream, but starting off with my SPF and primer combo will help to be able to, Kim, I will get you that information. If you can message me, I'll get you her information. And there are a lot of color analysis folks out there. If you're interested, you can even search that. But I can just tell you what I experienced and what I get back. Okay. And she even will help to be able to give makeup colors. If you're a client of mine already, ask me for the link and I'll get you the shopping link, but she'll give you also the colors that you should be wearing too. So I don't remember how much it is. I'm sorry. I don't remember how much it is. Her name is Simply Tressiann, Tressiann, and she's here on Instagram. But we hit it off really good, and I had a lot of questions for her. Because, you know, I know that you trust me to be able to give you the right colors. And foundation colors, contour colors, accent colors, that's no problem. Like that's what I do, okay? Color match. But I wanted to help you and take it a step further when I give you recommendations for beyond that. You know, lip and cheek colors, eyeshadow colors, whatever it is. So I want to fill your compact, if you're interested in Seint makeup, with things that are right for you. So take a peeky here. I have a couple warmer colors that I have stuck. Really, that's really the only real warm color, because I can combine it with a cooler color to be able to give me some dimension. But for the most part, what you see here are colors on the cooler side, but you can mix. The other thing that I was shocked about is black was not in my color palette. Oh, that's like a knife to the heart, right? Do I not wear black? Absolutely, I still wear black. For real. But now I know a little bit more about how to take some things that are in my color palette. Maybe it could be a scarf. Could be something as simple as a blazer or even a necklace that adds some color. It changes everything. Don't have to spend a lot of money. You can use what's in your closet. Okay. So, and if you're interested in a personal color match from me, just comment color match. You'll get a link and I can set you up so you can build your own compact. Okay. Let's move on. I'm going to go ahead first and foremost and color correct a little bit. Yeah. We're going to color correct. And I think I have. So this color corrector is by a company called Amazing Cosmetics. This is what it looks like. This peachy color corrects blue, and I'm going to zoom in. Don't be afraid. I'm going to zoom in because do you see what's going on here? Like this is all blue. This is blue, kind of even more on the purple side. So this color corrector is dual-ended. Let me know if you want the color corrector link as well, because I'll get you a code for that so you can get some good deal on that. All right, so I'm going to let that sit for just a second. And while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and take my bronzer. Okay, my bronzer. And I have loved just adding some warmth and dimension to my face using a bronzer instead of a contour. And so I had a facial and I also got sunburned last week. So this is all really dry and you can see some melasma. So I'm going to go on the inside of that and just add some depth, not a lot. And if you use cream products, you're going to love them simply because they're not going to dry down. You're going to be able to move your face as you want, and you're going to find that it doesn't crease because it doesn't dry down like liquids and powders can. Okay. I'm going to show you how I cover some red spots. We're going to talk about that. So I don't want to make this a long live because I know you guys are really probably very busy for the holiday weekend if you celebrate. And I too am on my way. I'm going to just add a wee little bit right here at my jawline and filter that down onto my neck. Underneath of my chin. Okay, and I can tap this really wherever I want, a little bit on my nose, a little bit on my chin, just like I was sun-kissed. All right, now this had time to set a little bit. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and take my finger and I'm gonna blend that lightly. Okay, so what ended up happening here is we color corrected the purple, the blue. Now, it's still a little bit of this orangey color. I can't just leave it like that, okay? This is a color corrector, not a color filter. On my face, I used Bella bronzer, okay? Bella. And now you can see how the purple has been diffused, and now I'm just gonna go in with my regular foundation. All right, so let's go ahead. And I have 3 different colors of foundation here. 2 are my main highlight, and that fluctuates depending on, like, I went to Florida, so I'm darker. So now I'm gonna take my regular winter highlight, I'm gonna add a little bit more of my darker highlight, okay? And I'm just gonna feather that in only where I need coverage. That may not be everywhere. I love just adding product where I need it. You know, makeup application should be a nuance. That means it may not be the same every day. You have to view yourself. Let me back up. I feel like I'm like in your face, literally. Makeup application may not be the same absolutely every single day. There may be days that you absolutely wake up gleaming and glistening. You drank your water the day before, you got a full night's sleep, you're well hydrated, your skincare is on point, and you're like, bam, like I don't need a whole lot. And then there are days where you might be dragging yourself and the dark circles are like standing out. Those days, your makeup is not gonna look the same. Why would it? And so, you know, that is a mindset that we have to get in, is that why am I going through this process right now? Is it because this is just part of my routine? Okay, I get it. And routine can still be, you know, applying your makeup, but the method in which you do it doesn't always have to be the same. And that's true if you really want to look like your best you, okay? So I took my main foundation shade, main meaning it's the one that's the closest to my skin tone, and feathered it in only where I need product. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use an accent highlight. So this is called Palace. It's a new highlight that Seint offers, which I'm really loving. With my highlights that I'm currently using are a combination of Hazel and Athens. I like to put a little bit of Palace on my ring finger, and because it has a little bit of pink in it, it also is doing some color correcting, and I just like to apply it really lightly in this little triangle. I do, Suzanne, I totally do just use BB cream and bronzer. Yeah, again, you know, makeup is a nuance. What do you feel like on any given day? What do you need on any given day? And I think a lot of that has to do, our relationship with makeup has a lot to do with the makeup that we're using, and also like just your life, in the sense that, did things get so crazy busy at one point that you're like, I ain't got time for this. I'm not going to do it anymore. Something's got to give, or I just have to deal with this face that I have, aging skin or not. I don't have to, I'm just done with worrying about what to do with it. And so, you know, cream products will give you so much versatility because you don't have to think like that. And then, you know, having somebody to be able to match the colors that are going to be best for you, well, that is even more powerful because then you'll have to worry about that either. So if you are interested in a color match, just let me know. I'm going to go ahead and dip a brush into a little bit of my contour. I'm going to contour my nose. This brush is called the Multitasker, but the brush that I used before that is called the Shape brush. And it is for light coverage because that's what I like. The other thing about creams is you can build coverage where you need it. So if there's an area that you just need to work harder to cover, then you can totally do that. I don't use powder, but it's totally okay to use a little bit of powder. If you like more of a matte finish, absolutely. Now I'm going to take Palace, which was what I used as my accent, and I'm going to pull it right down there between that contour line. And then we're just going to kind of pound that in. Can you guys just like look and just see what just that little bit of contouring my nose did, and it brought all of the light right to the center of my face. So let's go ahead and jump into a couple of my lip and cheek colors. So what I have here, this color here is called August. It's not available anymore, but you can make a dupe for it with Plum and Sadie. But I'm going to go into Plum, and now Plum to me needs to be a little bit more for my lips, so I'm going to jump into Pink Lemonade and add a tad bit of Pink Lemonade just to the center. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my brush, but I can do this with my finger too, into the lighter pink, and I love just popping it right on the apple of my cheek. Yay, Becky! Okay, so oily skin. And I actually just did a reel on this yesterday. I talked the reel, which usually I always demo, but there wasn't any way of demoing this. If you're using a cream-based makeup and you have oily skin and it's water-based, which Seint is, you need to be using water-based products. So not silicone-based products, or it's going to be like oil and water. It's going to separate. And so check if you're using a primer, if you're using, and this really goes for oily skin. I don't notice a huge difference in the products that have dimethicone in it because I have really dry skin. But like this primer right here, it's by e.l.f. It's a hydrating face primer. Number 1 ingredient, dimethicone. I can wear this. If you have oily skin, you would definitely not. If you have the Seint setting spray, I'm pretty sure it has dimethicone in it, but it's further down on the list, so a smaller amount of it, probably maybe wear that. But if you want a water-based primer and you use this, Milk Hydro Grip is water-based primer. And a lot of people will use this primer. I feel like Charlotte Tilbury has also a primer that works well. Just rule of thumb, look at the ingredient. If you're using a silicone-based foundation, you want a silicone-based primer. If you're using a water-based foundation, you want a water-based primer. And then you won't have any issues. And so if you just started using the makeup, the other thing that your skin will go through an adjustment period. That could be as much as 30 to 60 days. And then also using a wee little bit of vanilla dust or a beauty blender at the very end of your application to remove any oils. You can also do this prior to your application. Pick up any excess oils on your face, do your makeup, and at the very end, do this again. The light color that I used was Palace. Love it. Love it. Has a little bit of pink. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and line my lips a little bit because I don't like to use my contour to line my lips because I have lip lines. Do you guys see them? They suck. And I've never smoked, okay? But they're there. So it's probably from years and years. I was a public school educator for 25 years, and it's probably doing the look. I don't know. Anyway, I like to use like a lip liner that is just a shade or two darker than my natural lip tone. which will then help to give me the illusion without giving me the darkness and having the contour subtle in my little tiny lines, which then accentuate them. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this in the reverse. I just decided I was going to line my lips, but line your lips first. And then I like to line on that vermilion border, okay? There is a little tiny white area just above your natural lip line. You'll see it if you line there. I'm not a fan of overlining, and I have thin lips. I'm a fan of up close makeup. I want somebody to be up close to me and to be able to like just, my features are enhanced, but it's not like, message me for the lip liner, or just, I'll get you the lip liner link as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take, dang it, I have my favorite eyeshadow primer, but it's in my bag. I'm getting ready to leave for a Seint incentive trip. So I'm going to just go ahead and use Palace as my eyeshadow primer. Okay, so what the objective of this live was to talk about colors that truly harmonize with your skin tone and figuring out the colors that look best on you to make you look your best. So this is beyond foundation colors because I can help you with that. But when you're shopping for lip and cheek colors, knowing what color reds, like there are cool reds and there are warm reds if you love red lipstick. So you want to make sure that you're using the same, the colors, that the red that it's going to harmonize both with you and your skin tone. I am going to the reunion. Yay. Thank you. Yes, I earned a Seint Rewards trip, so this is fun stuff. Anyway, I know a lot of times we don't like really know like what colors are our best colors and how do we determine that. And I had my colors done by Simply Tressie Ann, but just as a rule of thumb, cooler colors have more blue in them and warmer colors have more red in them. Okay, so red meaning warmth, warm, blue meaning cool. Cold. It's cold outside, you know, ice, blue. Sometimes it may be tough to tell what colors are what. I don't mind helping with that sort of thing. So if you have a question about that, please let me know. So we're going to jump into eyeshadows really quickly. And I think I had a brush cleaning question. I'm going to tell you that it's best to clean your brushes once a week. And we have a brush cleanser, you know, so I can do that easily. Do I always? No. Should you? Yes. And then deep cleaning once every month or 6 weeks. All right. So I'm going to go in first. Unpopular opinion. You have to start with a light matte color. For me, I'm going to start with a transition shade. Okay, and yes, these are mine. These are the ones that I've chosen. These are all colors. I love building my own eyeshadow palette. Like, think about this. How many times have I gone to the drugstore and purchased the palette that has 5 or 6 colors in it, and I use 3 of them, and then I'm done, and I have to throw the entire palette out? Imagine building an eyeshadow palette, and maybe you're not like into all these technical colors. Just freaking put 2 or 3 colors that you think you're going to use every day in your palette, and you've got it. All right, I'm going to go in with this color. I don't want to tell you wrong, so I'm going to look on the bottom. Yeah. So this is called Cafe, and it is a cooler neutral. I'm going to put it on my eyeshadow brush, and I am going to keep my eye open, and I'm sweeping it above my crease. If it falls in my crease, whoop-de-doo. But I have a lot of texture, and if I go too light at the beginning, I find that it accentuates too much of the texture. So I'm going to go in a little bit darker. I also have, I'll zoom in so you guys can see. I have this, I refer to it as a fat pad. It's really just excess skin that hangs out here. So the idea behind going in a little bit darker there is that the darker colors recede an area, hence contour. It recedes an area. It makes it look like it's setting back in. So I'm going to use just a little bit darker, so that transition color there. I'll do the same over here. Don't close your eyes when you do your makeup at first, or when you do your eyes at first. Keep them open so you can see where your placement of color is going. Thank you. Please make sure that if you're going to Atlanta that you come up and introduce yourself. So I'm a hugger. I like to hug necks. Say hi. All right. Do you see this? There's that little fat pad. I'm going to just tap a little bit on that. A mistake, I would say that I have more deep set eyes as opposed to, they're becoming, I want to say, more and more hooded, but what is ending up happening is the skin is just starting to droop more. I'm trying to do this life without any injections, any surgery. I said I'm trying, but because that's how I would like to roll. Not that there is anything wrong with that. That's just my personal preference, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in over top of this fun neutral called Chai, which is cooler. And I'm going to go in with this brighter pink. Now, this pink, it's really great for any eye color, but it is specifically in the blue eye palette. It looks great for blue eyes. It looks great for green eyes. Look how bright pink that is. I'm going in with very little. And I'm actually going to kind of layer it in this corner right over top of Chai. So building the color in this outer corner is like, if you're like questioning, where do I put this color? Okay, go to the outer corner. That's where you want to build the dimension. I got my eyebrows microbladed a year ago. It was the best decision that I ever made. And then when she did my facial, she just went ahead and dyed them. Guys, there is a really great, and I think it's on my Amazon storefront. You can find it if you go to the link in my bio. There is an eyebrow dye there that I used before that really is good stuff and easy. Okay, so you could try that as well. But yeah, she just dyed them and did all the things. I wasn't even really much of an eyebrow girl to begin with. I neglected them. I didn't pay attention to them. And it wasn't until I got them done, I'm like, oh my God, Kim, there's your freaking eyes. Where have they been? And my esthetician said, when somebody comes in and says, I want 10 years off of my face, she said, I don't say lip filler. I don't say a facelift. I don't say an eye lift. I say, let's do your brows. And I'm like, dang, more people need to know that too. So don't neglect them. All right, so that is Miha. All right, and now I'm gonna look and I'm gonna say, okay, now what do my eyes need? What am I feeling today? I think they need just a little bit more depth in this outer corner. So I'm gonna go in with this color right here. This is called Pomegranate. And I'm just gonna make a little line. I'm gonna come a little bit above my crease and then a backward number 7. Okay, and then that just kind of fills in and adds a little bit of depth, right? See the difference? Listen, when we're talking about the microblading, don't do what I did and get onto YouTube and watch it being done, because it terrified me. But she didn't use any string. She spent my entire appointment to get microbladed was 2 hours. An hour and a half of it was her drawing on my brows to my liking. And that meant the world to me. You know, I was so worried about that I was going to have caterpillars. They were going to be too big. They were going to be arched wrong. And she sketched them on. and then kept saying, okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And yeah, so find the right person to do it. All right, so I'm going to go in with a gel eyeliner. I really love a gel eyeliner because if you have a lot of texture on, I live in Western Maryland, so I got them done at a spa in West Virginia. So if you're near the East Coast, might be worth it. This is a gel eyeliner by a company called Revant. I have a 20% off code, I believe, for this. What I love about a gel is it glides on. So if you have a lot of texture and that's insane. That's awesome. Message me. I'll get you her information. When we have a lot of texture and you're using eyeliner and like bump, 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 bump when you're trying to put it on, a gel, and this is waterproof, will just kind of glide on and it stays. So I'm going to outline. I'm just going to use this in my waterline. If you have sensitive eyes or you wear contacts, you might not be able to do this, but yeah, this is a gel eyeliner. And there you can find gel eyeliners in a lot of different places. And then I'm going to hug this isn't the water line. This is my lash line. All right. Awesome. Yeah, I'll see you in Atlanta. Thank you. Now, if you want a little wing with a gel, because liquid eyeliner and we have a very bad relationship. I don't like liquid eyeliner for me. I was never good at it, but with this gel, I can give it a little flick. Okay, and I'll zoom in so you guys can see. I can give myself a wee little wing, and then if I need to, I can just take my brush and just flick it. So you can move it, but once it's in place, you don't have to worry about it like moving all over the place. So the inner water line. Sometimes I will line my entire upper lash line, okay? I'm not feeling it today. And then the outer corner. The one thing that you want to always remember though is like you want your upper and lower lash line to meet, the eyeliner to meet, okay? Regardless of where you put it. And then I'm just going to give a little flickaroony. Okay. And then we're going to blend that up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take pomegranate a wee tiny little bit. And I'm going to smudge that right underneath of my lash line. Ever so gently. Okay, I like a really soft look. You will not see me use black eyeliner on the top and the bottom all at the same time. And if that, yeah, the bottom is under my lashes. And if you see me do that, then I am really smoking it out and smudging it. But and that's another reason why liquid eyeliner and we just don't get along. How about a little shimmery shim on my lid? Okay, that's the only place that I'll use shimmer. And let's see. This is a color called Bend and Snap. It's a tame shimmer. It's almost like in the color family as my jacket. And this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to tap it only kind of where I can feel my eyeball. That's the movable lid. And the reason that I love to put a shimmer there is I want you to think about all the times during the day when you look down. How pretty is that? When you're blinking, when people are just catching a little bit of the shimmer. So we often hear when you are over 50, you don't wear shimmer. I believe that's a bunch of baloney. You just have to know where exactly is the best place to put shimmer. All right, so my favorite mascara is Thrive, and I'm gonna open a brand new black. They sent me blue, they sent me purple, but I've been using Thrive for like 3 years, and then they probably saw me tag them in all the things, and they were so gracious and sent me some. I wanted to experiment with some colors anyway. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply a little mascara. And I just curve my wand, shake my wand, and blink all at the same time. And then we coat the lashes the best. It really is the best. I haven't, I always say that like there's certain products that I'm not married to. Pretty much married to Thrive Mascara. I haven't found anything I like better. Pretty much married to Seint cream products. What else am I married to? Sigma primer, eye primer. I'm married to that too. The products that you see me use are truly the products that I love, okay? I was using them far before maybe they reached out, and I would tag them and, you know, just, hey, I love this. There are no perks for me. There weren't. And now sometimes there are, like they'll give me coupon codes for you guys, which is absolutely what I ask for first and foremost is, can you give me at least something from my people? So if they're going to ask for this, I can at least give them a coupon code. I'm using the liquid lash extension. Yeah. And what I love about it is it comes off easily for me. It does come off because it's a tubular mascara. It's more like fibrous. So it comes off in kind of clumps. I do not have that problem with mascara falling underneath. If you have sweaty eyelids, I really recommend that you use an eyeshadow primer because that will help tame down on the oil for the oily eyelids. And Sigma, you let me know because I do have the link to that as well. Sigma primer is a game changer. It truly is absolutely fabulous. So oily eyelids, which then could also lead to just transference down below. And if worse comes to worse, you can take a wee little bit of setting powder on a small brush and then just swipe it right underneath of your lower lash line. Okay, so like if you, and I would do this before you apply your mascara. And then you can always do it again after if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and apply an illuminator. This is an illuminator. It is the most underrated addition to anybody's makeup, but I want to show you, and you might not be able to see it well. This is a cream illuminator, okay? Cream, because it's great for mature skin. I'm going to apply it right here. Okay. Cheekbone. Nose. Okay. And you can apply it even in other places too. Like you can put it on Cupid's bow. Look how pretty it is there. It's just an extra little touch. I'm going to take my beauty blender, and I love this beauty blender because it doesn't matter whether it's, you can use it dry or wet. Okay, and these are the colors that harmonize best with my look. Okay, I encourage you to find the shade of the illuminator that was Nova. I just encourage you to think about that moving forward. Again, you wear whatever color you want. Wear whatever color you want, okay? But I just think that this is just one more piece. If there's ever a piece, a little tidbit that you can be left with a tutorial moving forward, is that, you know what? I'm going to start thinking about shades that look best for me as a whole, as a person. And once I got my colors done by Tressie, when I shop at Walmart and I find a $4 shirt, I am as excited, that's in my color palette, more excited than if I have gone to a boutique, an expensive boutique, and found a really great outfit that is not in my color palette. Okay? Spent tons of money, and I have an outfit that looks great on me, but the outfit is wearing me instead of me wearing the outfit. So just think about that moving forward. I hope that you guys all have a blessed Easter. Comment for what links you want. I'll make sure that I get those to you. You guys have a good one. See you soon.